Hey, young brothers, come over here real quick. I want to show y'all something. I got a question for y'all, all right? It's a real simple question. I want y'all to point out to him for me, all right? I want to see something real quick. All right, I just want y'all to point. That's all I need y'all to do, man. I just want y'all to point at something for me real quick, all right? Hey, what's your name, bro? Yeah. Laquan, what's your name, bro? Kanaj and Laquan? Yeah. All right, nice to meet you. My name's Gideon. Hey, come over to this one right here. Which one's Jesus? Do y'all see Jesus anywhere? Which one is it? Right there. That's Jesus? Which one's Jesus? Laquan? Kanaj. Yeah. That one? All right, so this is what we trying to show our people. Where did y'all learn that from? Where did y'all learn that was Jesus from?
My grandma does.
Your grandma? She go to church? Well,
Before she died, yes.
Before she died? Okay. Where did you learn it, Kanaj?
Church when there's horns on his hands.
Okay, right. So we getting learning about Jesus in church, right? So what we here to show you, Kanaj and Laquan, is that guess what? According to the Bible, that ain't Jesus.
Right.
We're going to show you in the Bible what Jesus looked like, and we're going to show you why it's important. Because y'all as young men, y'all understand y'all the future of our nation? Y'all understand that? Because that's an important role. And guess what the thing is that guess what today? I'll be honest with y'all being set up in the worst possible position to be the next leaders of our nation. That's why we're out here to teach you young men how to properly be leaders, how to show the community to make it better. Because do you think this community y'all stay in, do you think it's as good as some of the white communities y'all be seeing? Why is that? Because we lack leadership, because we lack imagery. We're going to show you that. Get that in Hosea about we go many days, and then get Revelations 1:14. So we're going to show y'all that real quick, because guess what? Today, y'all gotta, even though y'all see this as a normal day, this is a normal Saturday, y'all probably walking, chilling, you know, y'all probably about to go home, play video games, stuff like that, right? But behind the scenes, whether y'all know it or not, there's forces that are already against you that set you up for failure. There's forces, outside forces, that are trying to set us up to be on the bottom and to stay as low-class citizens for the rest of our lives, right? So what we out here to do is to raise up our young men and to raise y'all up to be leaders, to raise y'all up to be examples in the community, right? So check this out. We're going to show you something, Laquan and Kanaj. Read that.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king and without a prince.
Right. So have y'all ever seen a king before? You never seen a king? You personally seen a king before?
Oh, no.
Not personally.
Like on TV, yeah.
Right, on TV. So all the other nations, right, they got kings. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Is that you go through in the old world and even today, like in England, they got kings and queens set up. They got leaders set up. What name Kanaj? Name a black leader in our community that we have today. Do you know any black leaders in our community? Obama, black leader. Okay, I'll take that one. What you got? You can't use Obama.
Right now.
Yeah, right now that we have today.
I don't know.
All right, that's why I'm gonna let you say, because it was kind of fairly recent. But I'm gonna show you something about Obama, because again, like we said, today you go in every other community, everyone has leaders. You don't think the Chinese kids have leaders they look up to? You don't think they have famous aspirations that they look up to and they be like, I want to be like this leader right here? The white community has that. Why is it that in the black community, we can barely name 5 leaders off the fingers of our hands? Why is it? Because God said what again? Read that.
For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
Right, because he said the children of Israel going to abide many days without a king. Y'all children of Israel. Check this out. Where y'all see yourself on this sign? Get Revelation 1:14. African American black, you as well. So y'all are Judah of the 12 tribes of Israel. So he said that guess what? The 12 tribes of Israel of Judah going to have many days without a king, without a leader, without a presence to know who to look up to.
Right.
That's why it's so important to know that guess what? Your whole life when you was being taught, again, that this man right here, Jesus Christ, you was being taught a lie. Why? Because they wanted to take away the greatest leader you ever had in your life.
Right.
So you would never know that.
Right.
Read Revelations 1:14.
This the
1:1. Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass.
Right, so it said, guess what? This is the revelation or revealing. So you're about to be revealed who Jesus Christ is in the last days. Because like we said, your whole life, that was Jesus. That's who you know to be Jesus Christ, the Son of Nazareth. But we're going to show you in the book of Revelations that guess what? Christ has already been revealed and shown what he looked like. All right, so we're going to show y'all that according to the Bible. Read that.
Verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, so now John the Revelator looked at Christ and he said, Christ's head and the hairs on his head were white like wool. Now, have y'all ever seen a sheep before? What kind of what texture of hair does a sheep have? Not color, texture. Is it stringy or is it curly? It's curly. It's curly hair. So now let me see. Let's see something real quick. Because it said Christ had curly, woolly, nappy hair. Because that's what wool is nappy.
Bring it out.
Does this man, the supposed Jesus Christ, is his hair woolly? Is it what kind of texture is it? Is it straight, wavy? It's straight hair.
Right.
It's straight hair.
Bring it out.
Animal that has straight hair would be something like a goat or a dog.
Right.
It said that Christ's hair was like a sheep.
That's right.
Like wool. So now we come over here. Have y'all ever seen this man before? Y'all never seen this man before.
Wait, come on.
What kind of texture hair does he have? He got sheep's hair. He got woolly hair. Now let's keep reading more. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
right?
As white as snow.
Now we gave the color. So now what color is snow? White. Does he have white hair? What color is that hair?
Reddish.
Blonde hair. He got blonde hair.
Wake him up.
What color hair he got right here?
White.
That's right.
Like wool, like your hair, because guess what? You have woolly hair.
Right.
You have woolly hair, Kanaj. That's what woolly hair means. It's to be nappy. But guess what? Y'all go to school, right? Y'all still in school? So when y'all go to school, have y'all ever seen y'all sisters with weave in their hair?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
No, my sister lit on hair, but I some like my cousins.
Some of your cousins got weave in their hair. Yeah. You know why that is? It's because they ain't been taught right. They ain't been taught that to have nappy woolly hair is actually beautiful.
Right.
Our sisters today wear weave because they're ashamed of their natural hair. Because they want to look like everyone else, like Jesus Christ, that they've been, the Caesar Borzé, like they've been teaching y'all. Because when guess what, like your cousins, they got taught this was Jesus too, whether you know it or not. And when your cousins learn, oh, this is what Jesus looks like, they want hair like him now.
Right.
They say, I want to look like Jesus.
Bring it out.
Let me get stringy hair and blonde hair in my hair.
Let them know.
That's why it's important for us as young men, as future leaders of the community, to know between these things. So y'all can show y'all family members, y'all can show y'all loved ones, hey, yo, the way we've been taught our whole lives was wrong. It was contrary. Hey, y'all young ones, come here real quick. I want to see something real quick. Because we asking these two, these little, y'all know them personally, or they just around? I don't know if y'all know them. Y'all don't know? Hey, come here real quick. I want to ask y'all a question. I want y'all to look at this sign right here, because we're going to ask them the same question. I want y'all to look at this sign for me real quick, right? Where Jesus Christ at? Can you point to Jesus for me? Have you seen Jesus? Which one's Jesus? Which one between these two is Jesus? You said this one? This one? What do you think, little sis? Which one's Jesus? This one over here? That's Jesus? All right, so again, guess what? Our whole community has been taught wrong. That's why I said, y'all as young men coming up, guess what? Y'all got a big responsibility.
Right.
Because the future of our nation depends on y'all to know right and wrong. To teach these young ones, because they're younger than you. They being taught the same thing. Now it's time for y'all to be re-taught according to the Bible. So we're going to read that again. White and woolly.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as the flame of fire. And his feet like the fine brass.
All right, so young ones, I want to ask y'all a quick question. Have y'all ever seen a sheep before? Have you ever seen a sheep before? Yeah. Ever seen a sheep? You never seen a sheep? Have you seen it on cartoons?
I did.
You seen a sheep on cartoons? What kind of does a sheep have hair looking like this? Have you ever seen a sheep's hair? It looks like this. Have you ever seen that before? So what we're trying to show y'all is that according to the Bible, that Christ is actually, this isn't Christ. Christ looks more like you. Christ looks exactly like you according to the Bible. That's what we're trying to show y'all. So now we're going to read about his eyes, all right? Laquan, Kanash, stick with me, all right? Read that.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet.
So it said his eyes were as a flame of fire. Get Genesis 49:12. So it says his eyes were as a flame of fire. We want to explain a little further. But his eyes right here. Now when you look at fire, what color is fire?
Red.
Red. All right, so does he have red eyes? What color eyes he got?
Bluish grayish.
Bluish grayish eyes. Look at this man's eyes. What color eyes, if you look very closely, what color eyes does he have?
Black.
He got black on the inner, but the outside, what's the outside? Red. All right, we're going to show y'all something real quick. Why his eyes were red. Read that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12.
Right.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
Right, it said Jesus' eyes are going to be red because he drinks wine. So if you ever seen like one of your older cousins or your uncles, if they drink, those eyes get real red, they'll get veiny. So that's what Christ's eyes was like. So he wasn't out there getting drunk because guess what? Christ don't teach us to get drunk. I want y'all to understand that. When y'all get older, y'all want to get persuaded to go to a lot of parties, to go to a lot of events with y'all friends, and they're going to want you to get high and drunk. God don't want y'all doing that, all right? So remember that. So, but you can drink, but don't drink to get drunk. And you got to drink at the age that you're allowed to, okay? So now his eyes were red because he drank wine in moderation. So that's right there. What's Jesus Christ starting to look like? Which one's starting to look more like Jesus? This one's starting to look more like Jesus? All right, we're going to see if we can directly match it, all right? All right, I want y'all to pay attention too, all right? So right now what we're trying to show y'all is that this isn't Jesus, all right? What y'all been taught, that's not Jesus. When you look at this sign right here, this is Jesus according to the Bible. That's what we're reading right now, all right? So as y'all understand that, when y'all get older, y'all want to understand. This is a bad man right here. He lied to you. He doesn't care. He lied to you. This right here is who the Bible says Jesus looks like.
Right.
All right, read on.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
All right, so Laquan and Kanaz, I am looking at y'all feet right now, right? We look at now. Is your feet the same color as the rest of your body?
Yeah.
Is y'all feet? Does it match the rest of your body? Is it the same skin color? It's the same skin color, right? So guess what? John looked at Christ's feet and he said, "What about his feet again?"
And his feet like unto fine brass,
right?
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now, if you ever seen brass before, right? Check this out. If you ever seen brass before, have you ever seen brass? Like B-R-A-S-S.
Brass.
Yeah, brass. Have y'all play instruments? Y'all ever seen a saxophone, trombone before?
I got band class.
You got band class. So you've seen the saxophone, trombones, all that. Those are brass instruments, right? Those are what they call the brass instruments. What color is those instruments?
Right. Golden.
Goldish brown tint to it. So it's like gold, but it got a brownish tint to it, right? So if you ever look at like a penny before, that's kind of the color it got to it. It's brass. So it said that he looked at Christ's feet and he said, "Oh wait, his feet like brass." So if you looked at a penny, it would match that color. So he said he got brown feet, right? So now what does that mean Christ's skin color is? What skin color was Christ?
What I do?
He was a brown man? Did you hear that, Laquan? What skin color was Christ? It said that his feet was like brass. So what skin color would that be?
Black.
It would be black.
That's
so we're
right.
going to show you, Laquan, because he said brown, you said black. We're going to see, because you closer right, but we're going to get more to it. So check this out, Laquan.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Right, so it said as if it burned. Have y'all ever seen anything burnt? Y'all mom or dad ever burn anything? It gets, what color does it get?
Black.
It gets black. So it said he looked at Christ's feet. It was brown, but it looked as if it burned in a furnace. So Christ was a black, dark-skinned man.
Right.
He was very dark. So now we come back over here. This is the last one. So which one has dark black skin? This one or this one?
That
right. One has dark brown skin. So now you gotta ask yourself, why is it that when I went to my grandma and when I went to church, this is why they say this is Jesus? Why do they say that? Why do they say that's Jesus? So this is what we gotta ask ourselves. If they're saying this is Jesus, but where do we read that Jesus looked black from? Where do we read that from? In Revelations, in the Bible. We read out the Bible, which your grandma probably read. You go to the church, they read the Bible. Why is it that they read the Bible, but they get this instead?
Right.
That's what you got to ask yourself. Do they really believe in the Bible if this is who they say Jesus is? Because the Bible just told y'all, y'all figured out for yourself, that looked more like Jesus. So do they believe in the Bible if this is who they say Jesus is right here? That's what you got to ask yourself. These are questions y'all got to ask yourself. Because like we said, for far too long, us as young black men, us as older black men, we've been lied to our whole lives. Why? To keep us down in society, to keep us in a low estate. But Christ in the last days has woken you up to get the understanding that y'all greater than what everyone else has told y'all. Because like I said, y'all said earlier, y'all said y'all African American, right? Guess what? In the Bible, you're not going to find African American. When you go in the Bible, you're not going to find Haitian. You're not going to find Jamaican. So these are the things you got to ask yourself. If I can't find African and American in the Bible, where am I at in the Bible? Who are you in the Bible? Because there's a lot of people. You'll read, if you ever read the Bible, there's a lot of different nations that will be named in the Bible. Which nation do you come from out the Bible? That's what you got to ask yourself. Where am I at in the Bible? Where do I fit at in this picture? But so we're going to show you something, because black is in the Bible, but it's not a nationality. It's just a description, right? So what do you think? So would you say you would just find black in the Bible and that's how you would find yourself?
When they say wool hair.
Wool hair. So based off of what Christ looked like, right? We're going to show y'all something real quick. Get Hebrews.
Where is it?
No, go on and get Jeremiah 14 too. We'll go right in the second after that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Right.
Judah mourneth,
right,
and the gates thereof languish.
Right. So it said that Judah mourneth and the gates languish. So when it says Judah mourn, that's a people. We just showed you right here that Judah is a people, right? So it said Judah is crying and the gates languish. I'll tell you what the gates mean. That means the leaders lack. We don't have black leaders because you only gave me one black leader. Do you have any more black leaders we got? That's fine if you don't. I just want to, I'm just picking your brain. Martin Luther King. So that was a past leader, right? So we got one past leader that we can name and one future leader that we can name. So one for the past and one for the present. But out of all the other nations, there's thousands of countless leaders that they have. And we can only name American blacks are from the tribe of Judah according to the Bible. When we read about Jesus Christ, guess what? He was from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
That's the same tribe y'all from.
Right.
That's why I said y'all got many great leaders. Y'all greatest leader y'all ever had was Jesus Christ himself. The reason why y'all not being taught that is because they don't want y'all to know how great you really are. If they can teach you that a white man is the greatest man to ever be on the planet, everyone's going to follow the white man. But when you start realizing that the greatest people on the planet and the greatest leaders on the planet were black, you'll have more confidence in yourself. You'll be able to lead your people in righteousness. You'll be able to show your family and friends why everything is going wrong in the black community and how we can fix it, right? So now I'm going to touch one more thing with y'all, all right? This is the last thing we're going to go over. Have y'all ever been taught slavery yet in school? Have y'all been taught about slavery? Okay. Well, what you know about slavery so far?
African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Caribbean,
it was going on for a long time, since 1619. It ended in 1865. That was the abolition of slavery. So that it was a long time. It was almost 200 years of forced labor, right? So that's one thing. It was very long. What do you know, Kanash? They was getting beat, whipped. They was getting tortured, right? Why was they? What was they making them do out there? They was forced to work. How did they get over there?
How they get over there?
Yeah, because they got them from Africa, right? How did they get from Africa to America?
People like take them.
Boats. They took them and put them on boats.
Right.
I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I'm going to show y'all that slavery would last a long time is in the Bible, that we would be forced to work in the Bible,
Right.
and that we were taken on slave ships in the Bible. Have y'all ever read that in the Bible before? We're going to show y'all all that stuff happened in the Bible, and God said it was going to happen. Check this out. This is the last thing.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right.
So God told the Israelites, because this is who he was talking to, he said, Israel, if y'all don't listen to me, I'm going to bring y'all into Egypt again with ships. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick history lesson. Look at me as like the history teacher for the day, all right? And I want y'all to take this with y'all and learn more of this knowledge, all right? Because I can't teach you everything in one day. Y'all got computers, y'all got phones. Y'all can research this stuff. This is open information for y'all. Because guess what? You don't think the white boys, the Asian boys, the Arab boys that y'all age on online, looking up their history,
Right.
looking up their knowledge,
Right.
they doing all that right now. It's
Right.
time for us to start getting that knowledge, all right? So it said we be taken into Egypt again with ship. If you see this right here, Cairo, Egypt, this is very close together. So it wasn't talking about Cairo, because if we was going to get taken on ships, you can walk to Israel to Egypt. You don't need a ship. So we're going to read Egypt, and then we're going to show you something. This is the last scripture. You got that?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Right.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Out of the land of Egypt. Read.
out of the house of bondage.
Egypt is a house of bondage. So God said you would go into the house of bondage again by what means?
With what?
With ships.
God said you would go into bondage again with ships. Didn't y'all just say that we went into slavery by slave ships? Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So it said when you get off the slave ships, you would be sold to your enemies. Who was we sold to?
White people.
White people. God, what did God just call them? Your what?
Enemies
Your enemies. Read on.
for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right.
And no man shall buy you.
Right.
And it said no man shall buy you, meaning redeem you. Because today, guess what? Whether y'all know it or not, we're still slaves here in America.
Right.
We still in bondage. Why? Because we don't have freedom to do what we want here. We still in bondage here in America, all right? So that's what the Bible is showing y'all. In the Bible, God already told you slavery was going to happen, all right? Go on and get y'all a flyer and go on the website, learn more. Because again, like I said, every other kid y'all age, they learning their history. So it's time for y'all to learn about y'all great history, all right? All right.
We used to scream black power
This is the book of
while
Matthew. chapter
heroin
20.
was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.